The RWL Japan 5-Star Collaborative Tour continues now with card number 8.
Of Shiro Torata and Colin O'Toole. Judges at ringside are Jun Fukuda, Max Butler, and Eiko Wakabayashi. The doctor in attendance, Dr. Beverly Sims Barnett. The timekeeper, Rick Tannenbaum. Referees will be Walter Rothburn, Willis Johnson, and Thomas Kanemura. And I'll be your ring announcer this evening. And my name is Patricia Saunders.
Good evening, fans. We are in Yokohama, Japan. This beautiful outdoor stadium, the setting for this evening's RWL Japan 5-Star Collaborative Tour card number 8. Good evening, everyone. I'm Don Hickson, and joining me will be Myron Schimmelman and a host of others, as we'll be joined by several guests during the course of the evening.
Man, Donnie, this place is huge, and whoa, wrestling under the stars, I'm loving it.
It may very well be, Myron, the largest crowd I've ever seen for an RWL event.
I know it's the biggest I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. It's twice the size of our usual crowd.
And they are here for some RWL Japan 5-Star Wrestling action, and they're about to get 2 hours worth. Let's get it underway, straight out of the gate, with Akira Tozawa facing the Puerto Rican masked superstar El Vejigante.
Oh, this guy is good. I like El Vejigante. I've been happy that since he came back.
Tonight's first match, 1-4, with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 168 pounds, here is Akira Tozawa.
Well, a little bit of a switcheroo pulled here this evening. Akira Tozawa, commonly seen as a tag team partner to Shinsuke Nakamura, but no, Akira Tozawa completely on his own tonight and set to go one-on-one against the masked Puerto Rican sensation, El Vejigante.
You know, Tozawa's okay, just as part of a tag team, but on his own, he's a completely different animal. This match is going to be really good.
From Loaiza, Puerto Rico, weighing 202 pounds, El Vejigante.
A cruiserweight with a style uniquely all his own, El Vejigante. From the northwestern region of Puerto Rico, where his ancestors traditionally wore masks to frighten away the unwelcome. And it is a tradition he has carried on in his wrestling career, the most intimidating looking mask, to be sure. El Vejigante having himself a great time, and why not? Wrestling under the stars in Japan in this beautiful outdoor stadium, set to go one-on-one against Akira Tozawa, and it is definitely a brilliant cruiserweight matchup to start things off this evening.
Two very fast guys, two completely conflicting styles. Oh, this is going to be a good match.
Well, this crowd finally quieting down just enough, and we can finally get this match underway. Referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. El Vejigante with a kick and a sudden hip toss from Tozawa. A kick to the back. Vejigante back to his feet. Goes behind. German suplex. Tozawa back on his feet. Takes a kick right back down again. Rebound off the ropes, and I'm not sure how El Vejigante planned to pull that off, but it didn't work. Akira Tozawa whips him over onto the apron. Vejigante counters. Up off the top rope, and another miss from El Vejigante. Tozawa with a neckbreaker. Akira Tozawa gets the leg swept. El Vejigante gonna try it again. All the way up on the top rope. Here we go, and whoa! A stunner from the top rope. Well, he certainly nailed that one. An impressive move from El Vejigante, driving a knee into the arm of Akira Tozawa. Tozawa, whoa, catches a headbutt. El Vejigante seizing control of this matchup. Again driving the knee into the arm of Akira Tozawa. And again another headbutt. El Vejigante systematically taking Akira Tozawa apart here. Rebound off the ropes, the ankles, and there's the whirligig. Akira Tozawa being taken for the ride. Hold on a second here. Dragon screw. And a counter from Tozawa. And a senton. Right across the chest of El Vejigante. Back on his feet. Sudden takedown. Akira Tozawa quickly taken down. And a jawbreaker from Akira Tozawa. An elbow from El Vejigante. A kick to the face. Another kick. A right, a left. A forearm. A kick. Another forearm. Another punch. And whoa. Akira Tozawa driven backwards into the corner. And El Vejigante unleashing an assault here on Akira Tozawa. Driving that boot right into the throat of Akira Tozawa. El Vejigante firmly in charge here, drives a knee into Tozawa's back. Takes himself all the way up to the top rope. Yet again, more high-flying action from El Vejigante. Let's see what he's got in store here. And again, off the top rope stunner to Akira Tozawa. That is as impressive a move as I've seen in some time. Tozawa rapidly losing control of this situation here as El Vejigante begins to pour it on. Tozawa struggling to break out of this head scissor. Referee Willie Johnson watching it, but here we go. Vejigante releases the hold, fails to connect with the knee. Tozawa back on his feet, and here we go. Whoa, Vejigante quickly rolling out of the way. A Hurricane Rana from Tozawa. Akira Tozawa. A snap suplex on El Vejigante. And now Tozawa beginning to unload with the right hands right across the head of the masked Puerto Rican superstar. Tozawa rounds him up again, escorting him towards the corner, the far corner. And El Vejigante about to take some bad business here. Whoa! Tornado DDT off the top rope and another senton from Akira Tozawa. He's trying to regain control of this match. Basement dropkick across the back of the head. Vejigante back on his feet. Goes behind. Whoa! Beautiful counter from Tozawa, avoiding the German suplex. Locks up Vejigante. Super kick right across the face. Turns him around. He goes behind. Straight jacket suplex from Akira Tozawa. Tozawa rounds him up. Vejigante with a slap across the chest. Swings and misses with the kick. Tozawa starts swinging lefts and rights and double shots. A kick to the leg across. Oh, man. Akira Tozawa with an onslaught going for the cover here. 1, 2, but just a 2. Vejigante powering out of the pin. Tozawa with a kick to the midsection. Rebounds off the ropes and another kick to the head of El Vejigante. Tozawa, middle rope senton. And El Vejigante is laid out. Here we go. Tozawa covers. 1, 2, and again. Another near fall. El Vejigante raising the right shoulder just in time. Vejigante spinning kick right to the head of Tozawa. Vejigante covers. 1, 2, and another near fall. El Vejigante taking the referee to task on his count. But nonetheless, 2 is 2. All the way up on the top. Here we go. And whoa, did you see that? That was beautiful. Cover. 1, 2, and another near fall to Akira Tozawa. Absolutely refusing to go down with the ship here. Akira Tozawa rounded up. El Vejigante rebounds off the ropes, fails to connect with the whirligig. Tozawa catches a kick to the midsection instead. Counters with a kick to the head of El Vejigante. And now, El Vejigante laid out. Rounded up on a sweep of the leg, takes Tozawa back down. El Vejigante delivers another kick to the back. And this match, back and forth, look at this, El Vejigante setting it up. Boom! Whoa, that was beautiful. What a move from El Gigante. And now, into a submission here. The referee watching it. Tozawa in big trouble. That's it. He has just submitted. And that is all. El Gigante defeats Akira Tozawa by tap out.
The time was 6 minutes and 13 seconds, and your winner by submission, El Gigante.
Man, Donnie, did you see that? I told you this match was going to be good. A whole lot of back and forth between these two guys. Neither one of them willing to give up. But in the end, El Gigante winds up getting the tap-out win. Whoa, what an explosive matchup to start off tonight's card.
And we'll be back with more action when we return. As we continue this evening, our first ladies division matchup, setting Tiana Marquez against the returning Babs Stretch Babette.
The girl from the magazine?
The girl from the magazine, yes.
This next ladies division match, 1-4, with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Harlem, New York, she is Tiana Marquez.
Tiana Marquez, one of the new arrivals, late last fall, early winter. And she's not done badly for herself with a fairly split win-loss record and competing very actively against several key opponents, including Brenda Blair.
And against Babs, Donnie, this is going to be a whole new thing. Oh, wow. It's so interesting that she's back after all these years.
Babs, of course, the voice of RWL Magazine for many, many months. But as that has ceased publication, Babs has had very little to do and has opted to return to the ring.
And well, for first opponent back, I suppose you could do a lot worse than Tiana Marquez. This is actually an interesting matchup. Because, well, we haven't seen Babs wrestle in such a long time. I mean, it was in the 2010s the last time she was around.
There will most certainly be a question of whether or not Babs Stretch Babette is experiencing any sort of ring rust after a long, long time away.
And her opponent, from Encino, California, making her RWL return tonight. Please welcome back, Babs Stretch Babette.
Hey, thanks. Well, I told them front office dudes, until you guys get me some more voiceover work, you're not paying me to do nothing. So it's back into the ring for your girl Babs. So Tiana, not for nothing, but you're in my way from the word go, and you gotta be removed. So Babs is just gonna have to totally stretch you. It's easy, I stretch you, and you tap, it'll be fun.
It has been many years since the voice of the RWL Magazine, Babs Stretch Babette, has competed actively. But she looks to be in great shape. And let's see how she fares against Tiana Marquez.
Yeah, but she was like super young when she started. She's got a lot of years to go.
And this capacity crowd in Yokohama extremely rowdy. Babs looking in terrific shape here, making her return after all this time. Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. They come center ring. They lock up collar and elbow. Babs drives a series of knees into the midsection of Tiana. Rounds Tiana up by the wrist, drives another knee into the head of Tiana Marquez. Tiana swings and misses. Babs off the rope with a flying punch. Takes Tiana down to the mat again. Babs driving knees again into the side of the head of Tiana Marquez. Babs Babette coming out most aggressively from the word go here. Whips Tiana over the ropes out onto the ground. And they step outside. Babs driving knees into the leg of Tiana Marquez. Babs Babette beginning this match most aggressively. Look at this, Tiana Marquez quickly counters, delivers a series of rib breakers and pitches Babs halfway across. Makes her way back inside the ring. Babs perhaps a little bit tentative about returning to the ring as the referee continues to count. Tiana Marquez waiting as Babs rolls her way back inside. They lock up. Babs, driven headfirst into the turnbuckle. And Tiana Marquez begins to go to work on the arm of Babs Babette, yanking it against the ropes, using her legs for leverage. Tiana Marquez, whoa, absolutely going to town on the arm of Babs Babette. Tiana drives a couple of elbows into the side of the head, down goes Babs, and Tiana Marquez is certainly fired up. Tries for the elbow, doesn't get it. Babs just out of the way in time, drives a knee into the head, and down goes Tiana, cover, one, but just a one. Tiana Marquez counters with a kick, gets back on her feet, swings, delivers a couple of shots, delivers a kick, flipping overhand right, follows it up with a stomp. Now Babs being brought back to her feet by Tiana. A series of shots. And whoa, one arm slam from the powerful Tiana Marquez. Tiana with a stomp to the arm of Babs. Babs in trouble here. Tiana makes her way topside. Look at this right here. Boom. Cross body cover. 1, 2. But no. Babs Babette finding her way out. Using the ropes to get herself back up onto her feet. Tiana charges, running clothesline. Down goes Babs. Again. Tiana with a stomp to the midsection. Rounds up Babs. Just pitches her halfway across the ring. Follows it up with a stomp. Babs counters, slams Tiana face down to the mat. Babs gathers her up again. Running clothesline from Babs Babette on another. Tiana held up at the kick and taken down with a sweep. Babs Babette battling her way back in here. Cover. 1, 2. And another near fall. Tiana Marquez finding her way out of the pin. Babs Babette rounds her up. Tiana whips Babs to the ropes. Elbow takes Babs down. Tiana covered. 1. A lot of near falls in this matchup. A lot of back and forth. Momentum shifting like a seesaw. Tiana Marquez currently in control. Dragging Babs towards center ring. Babs struggling to get back to her feet. Tiana right there to prevent it. And another gut wrench pitch right across the ring. Slamming Babs down. Tiana drags her center ring again. And going for it yet again, just slamming. Tiana absolutely ruthless. Babs on the outside, goes behind, rolls Tiana Marquez back in the ring, makes her way back inside herself quickly. Tiana setting up the pump handle and slams her down again. Tiana covers. 1, 2. The tenacity of both opponents here. Tiana Marquez absolutely furious. Babs being brought back to her feet. Babs quickly counters with a series of kicks to the leg of Tiana. Rebounds off the ropes and a beautiful missile drop kick that drops Tiana to the mat. Wrist clutch kicks to the side of the head from Babs Babette. Babs waiting for Tiana to make her way up to the apron here. A hard right hand. And look at this. Here we go. Beats of the Bodram 10 solid punches right across the chest of Tiana Marquez, and she is definitely going to collapse out onto the grounds right after. And there she goes. And here comes Babs right after her. Babs playing it up to the crowd. The folks in the front row getting an eyeful of Babs Babette as she goes to work on Tiana Marquez. Tiana locked up, rolled back inside the ring. Tiana making her way back to her feet as Babs makes her way back inside. They lock up collar and elbow. Babs escorts Tiana to the far corner. Head first into the buckle she goes. And now a kick right across the lower leg. And another that drives Tiana into the corner again. Babs once again in control here. Tiana driven into the buckle again. As Babs delivers a series of kicks. Rebounds off the middle rope. Beautiful moonsault. And a cover. One. And just a one. But so many near falls. Both of these opponents really putting in the work tonight. Tiana counters with a kick to the midsection. Locks up Babs. Escorts her to the corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Babs. Tiana drives her into the buckle yet again. Tiana Marquez absolutely ruthless. Determined to win this matchup. Driving elbows into the side of the head of Babs, and down she goes. Again, Tiana going for a cover. One. And just a one. Tiana rounds up Babs again. A hard right. And a shove down to the ground. Babs in trouble. Tiana all the way up on the top turnbuckle again. Babs slowly making her way back to her feet. Here we go, double axe handle finds the mark right across the head. And followed up with a stomp to the face. Tiana Marquez with a knee right across the side of the head of Babs Babette. Babs rounded up again. Clothesline. Swing and a miss from Babs. Rebound off the ropes. Back body drop. Down goes Babs. Back on her feet again. Tiana Marquez right there. Spine buster from Tiana. Driving an elbow into the chest of Babs Babette. Is rolling her way out onto the ground. And here comes Tiana. With a right, a left. A double choke lift and down. Slammed hard to the ground. Went Babs Babette right in front of the broadcast table. Babs rounded up. Over the shoulder, but Babs quickly counters with a chop block. Takes Tiana down. Babs with a clothesline that spun Tiana Marquez around like a Ferris wheel. Babs firmly in control and psyched up here, locks up Tiana Marquez, whips her to the ropes. Whoa, what a knee and a kick. Whoa, nice combination from Babs Babette. Babs rounds up Tiana, whips her out onto the apron. Hard right hand, and another, and a third. Down goes Tiana, just about almost knocked down to her feet and stunned. Tiana Marquez. Oh man, over the top rope, down goes Babs. Babs took her down with a beautiful crossbody over the top rope. High risk maneuver, paying off big time for Babs Babette. There's not a sign of ring rust on this young lady. Whoa! A leg snap to Tiana. Babs makes her way back inside. Tiana Marquez trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Babs Babette in control here. Takes herself right back outside as the referee has to reinitiate the count. Tiana with elbows to the midsection. Backs Babs off, locks her up. Gets her back inside the ring. Tiana moves in. Misses. Oh, here we go. Now we're just trading shots back and forth. Tiana Marquez and Babs Babette just duking it out here. A series of shots back and forth. Each one trying to wear the other down. And neither one willing to give up. Babs delivers a chop. Tiana with another right. Another chop from Babs. Another right from Tiana. And when's it gonna end? Absolutely unbelievable. Babs really battling back here. Whoa, my, look at this. They are just trading shots. Unbelievable. What speed. Oh, man. Kick to the midsection from Tiana. Tiana with Babs up in the powerbomb position. Sit out powerbomb. Goes for the cover. And a 1, 2, 3. That is it. Babs losing this match to Tiana Marquez by pinfall.
The time was 11 minutes and 40 seconds, and your winner by King, Tiana Marquez.
Babs Babette certainly giving it her all in this return match, but it certainly was not enough against Tiana Marquez in a pitched and heated battle, stretching on for a little over 10 minutes. with Tiana Marquez finally scoring the win with a power bomb and a 3-count pinfall.
Well, you gotta admit, Babs did pretty good. Don't worry, she'll be back.
And so will we, right after the break. Alright, Wolf fans, joining me at this time, Snarl General Manager Hangman Tex Lynch, and Ladies Triple Crowner Liberty Belt Danielle Heathcote, and you too, mired in quite a bit of controversy, courtesy of Miss Jody Vorek, who's issued a challenge for a Hell in a Cell match with Danielle. So where do you guys stand on this situation at the present time?
It's like I told Johnny the other night. If the match committee voted to okay this match, I'm all the way in. I knew when Jody Dvorak got that briefcase, that contract. I knew she was coming after me sooner or later. I want to make sure she never wants another match with me ever again.
The only thing that's left now is for the match committee to vote on it, and, well, everybody's kind of split on the matter. A lot of people don't want this cell match, and some people do. Well, the vote will be happening soon. We'll find out soon enough.
Alright, coming up next, tag team action. This is going to be a good one. Mid-South champion Billy White Moon and Jim Dandy Deacons, Best of the West, set to go up against Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Revival, along with Too Short Popeye Scott Bell.
Yeah, we know. Scott Bell. Lovely. Starting to already ruin things.
The next tag team match, 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Team 1, accompanied by the Lone Star Superstar Tex McKenzie, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, RWL Mid-South Champion Billy White Moon and Jim Dandy Deacons, Best of the West.
And hey, obviously I wish Best of the West the best of luck going up against the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder and Too Short Popeye, and you know how I feel about him.
See that, Tex?
See what, Tex?
You were mad enough at Scott Bell, and you hated him bad enough to do that cell match against him last year. You can't possibly say you don't understand why I want to do this. I'm gonna end this thing with Jody for good this time.
Yeah, but you got so much to think about. You got 3 championships you gotta deal with. Plus, you got a tag team partner that relies on you.
Their opponents, accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell, at a combined weight of 445 pounds, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival.
More garbage dug out of the trash can by Too Short Popeye, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival. Big deal. Like they ever made a mark anywhere they've ever been.
Nonetheless, I expect it's going to prove an impressive encounter between them and Best of the West.
Oh, well, hell yeah, I think so too. Best of the West, well, they're my favorites to win this match because, well, as Myron points out, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder haven't really been great shakes at much of anything they have ever done, have they? Hey, Myron, say it.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Most people throw it out. Scott Bell takes it into his stable. Garbage. Absolutely love that, Myron.
I've already taken all these things into account. I know it's gonna hurt. I saw what happened between Tex and Scott last year. I saw Dr. Beverly's ban the cell video from last year too. I'm aware of the risks, and maybe this will be the one that bans the cell match in RWL for good.
You know, Tex, I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, me neither.
Well, as I understand it, the entire match committee is going to vote on this matchup prior to the next edition of Snarl. That includes both general managers, Colin O'Toole, the CEO, and all the members of the match committee included. That includes you too, Myron, doesn't it? You get a vote as well, right?
Yeah, that's right, I do get a vote. I'm not going to say what it is because I haven't really made up my mind yet. I don't know what I'm going to vote when the time comes.
Trust me, I'm not scared of Jody.
You know you're not.
I am concerned about this match causing me to not be at 100% for title defenses. That scares me more than the cell or Jody Dvorak.
Well, the vote's going to be held tomorrow, so we will know by Snarl in Yokohama on March 8th whether or not there's even going to be a Hell in a Cell match between Jody Dvorak and Liberty Bell Danielle. Boy, if there is, I'm afraid I hope you two don't kill each other, for God's sake.
Well, it's our first tag team matchup of the night, and it certainly is going to be a dandy. Jim Dandy Deacons starting us off here with Dash Wilder beginning for the Revival. The bell sounds, they lock up. Jim Dandy Deacons Goes behind rear waist lock. Dash Wilder counters and takes Deacons down into a headlock. And a hard right to the head of Jim Deacons. Deacons misses with the elbow, gets taken down in a neckbreaker drop. Dash Wilder rounds him up. Fireman's carry by Jim Deacons. Deacons catches a jawbreaker. Dash Wilder whips into his team's corner. He rebounds out, catches a cheap shot from Scott Dawson. Taken down, drop toe hold. Dash Wilder catches an arm drag from Jim Deacons. Deacons setting him up for a pile driver and nails it. Dash Wilder caught all of that pile driver from Jim Dandy Deacons. Too short pop by Scott Bell watching at his side. Deacons steps out. Here comes Billy White Moon, the Mid-South champion. Swings on Dash Wilder, catches a kick to the midsection. Drives a knee right into the head of Dash Wilder. Billy White Moon with another knee into the head of Wilder. Billy White Moon whips him into the far corner, fails to connect with the knees that time. Catches Wilder, throws him into another corner, gets caught up. Dash Wilder quick with the counter, has him up. Knee breaker. Dash Wilder dragging Billy White Moon towards the Revival's corner. Here comes Scott Dawson. And Scott Dawson rounds up White Moon. White Moon with a back body drop on Scott Dawson. Dawson quickly counters with a kick to the leg of Billy White Moon. Has him up into a backbreaker. Scott Dawson rounds him up again, takes him down. White Moon rounds up Scott Dawson. Whips him into the Best of the West corner. Here comes Jim Dandy Deacons, and here comes a double team from Best of the West. Look at this. Jim Dandy Deacons with a leg drop. Hung up over the shoulder of Billy White Moon. Talk about tandem wrestling here. Scott Dawson counters. Slams Jim Dandy Deacons face down into the canvas. Deacons whip to the Revival's corner. Counters and escapes the corner. Deacons whips Scott Dawson to his team's corner. Scott Dawson counters. Billy White Moon catches him with a kick. And a blind tag. Here comes Billy White Moon. Drives a knee into the midsection of Scott Dawson. He did not see the blind tag and was certainly not expecting Billy White Moon to come barreling towards him that way. White Moon with a stomp to the lower abdomen of Scott Dawson. Dawson counters with a jawbreaker. Catches a cheap shot from Dash Wilder and down he goes. Scott Dawson pummeling right hands on the head of Billy White Moon. White Moon is laid out. Here comes Dash Wilder on the tag. Too short, Popeye Scott Bell. Certainly liking what he sees. Billy White Moon quickly back to his feet. Rounds up Dash Wilder. Wilder whip to the corner. Best of the West corner. Counters and escapes. Goes after Jim Dandy Deacons. Not a wise idea. Another blind tag. Here comes Jim Dandy. Dash Wilder ready for him with a couple of shots. Jim Dandy counters. Dash Wilder counters. Dash Wilder countered by Jim Dandy into a neckbreaker. Jim Dandy Deacons doing a little bit of showing off here. Jim Dandy Deacons clubbing rights across the back of the head of Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder counters with a DDT. Face first into the mat. Goes Jim Dandy. Jim whipped into the corner of the Revival, countering and escaping. Scott Dawson there to hang him up over the top rope. With both opponents, both legal men in the ring, inactive at the moment, all of a sudden everybody's back on their feet. Jim Dandy with a vertical suplex on Dash Wilder. Dash rounded back up. And Jim Dandy with a series of jabs. Little fancy footwork and boom, double shot right to the chest. And here comes Too Short Popeye Scott Bell. Protesting Jim Dandy's actions. And all he's doing is fighting it fair and square. Dash Wilder whips Jim Dandy to the Revival's corner, tags in Scott Dawson. And here comes a double team from the Revival. Look at this. Wilder winds up the leg and Scott Dawson delivers the stomp to the midsection. Jim Dandy counters with a kick. Scott Dawson pitches him up over onto the apron. Scott Dawson gonna bring Jim Dandy back in the hard way vertical suplex. Dawson rounds up Deacons. Swing and a miss. Jim Dandy going to take advantage of that with a stomp to the midsection. Scott Dawson whips Jim Dandy out onto the apron. Decides discretion's the better part of valor. Tags in Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder with a hard right. Jim Dandy whipped to the far corner. Dash Wilder charges clothesline. Takes down Jim Dandy Deacons down to the canvas. Dash Wilder rounds up Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy counters. Elbows to the side of the head of Dash Wilder. Wilder whip to his team's corner. Counter. Dash Wilder whips Jim Dandy to the Revival's corner. And here comes Scott Dawson on the tag. Here comes another double team from the Revival. Off the ropes goes Jim Dandy. And into a back suplex from Scott Dawson. And at the moment, the Revival currently in control of Best of the West in this matchup. Jim Dandy, back body drop on Scott Dawson. Dawson gathered up, arm drag from Scott Dawson. Dawson rounds up Jim Dandy, perches him against the ropes. And look at this, the bums rush out onto the apron. And a hard right, a kick, another right, another kick, another right. And back in the ring comes Jim Dandy Deacons. Deacons counters with a clubbing right. It takes Scott Dawson down. Here comes Billy White Moon. The Mid-South champion moves in on Scott Dawson, swing and a miss. Scott Dawson seizing the moment here, but look at this. Billy White Moon counters with a knee to the head. Into the sleeper. Billy White Moon with the Indian sleeper on Scott Dawson. The referee, what that is it? Scott Dawson says that's it. Referee says good night. Best of the West defeating the Revival by submission. How about this right here?
The time was 7 minutes and 56 seconds. Your winners, by submission, Best of the West.
That was great, you guys. Thanks for letting me hang out, but I've got this Joyce Grable title defense I'd better get ready for, and I guess we'll see what happens with Jody and that whole mess.
Yeah, all right, well, good luck, little lady. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Oh, well, kudos to Best of the West. I knew they wouldn't disappoint me.
Indeed, Best of the West. Scoring a submission win over the Revival. Billy White Moon, the breakout star of Best of the West, doing it one more time with a submission win over Scott Dawson.
So what did you expect? They were wrestling garbage. There he goes again with that garbage. Myron, you are the best.
All right, folks. That takes care of our first tag team match of the evening. I'm sure there'll be more later on, but there's a lot more action ahead. Don't you go anywhere. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mind telling you I'll be minding my P's and Q's for the following segment as I am surrounded by my three bosses here. Hangman Tex Lynch of RWL Snarl, Steve Hercules Groves of RWL Rage, and Shiro Torahata of Japan 5 Star, so I will definitely be behaving myself.
I wouldn't worry too much, Don. You've got job security around here. But yeah, I don't mind saying, looking at that crowd, that this tour has been the most successful ever. And we three, Torahata-san, Tex, and myself, are justly proud of what we've done here.
Absolutely. This has been a crowning achievement. I consider RWL to be a sister promotion to Japan 5 Star. So putting both promotions together for this tour every year has been absolutely remarkable.
Well, all right, gentlemen, I hope you'll stick around for this next upcoming match as Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja, sets to go one-on-one against the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, accompanied by the Memphis Millionaires Jody Vorek.
Oh, Jody Vorek again. You know, Danielle kept saying that Jody Vorek was out to get her, and I figured she was just being paranoid, but turns out, I guess I was wrong.
this next match, one fall, with a 15-minute time limit, and coming down the aisle, from the Punjab, India, weighing 238 pounds, the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal.
Ain't no question about it, Jinder Mahal is a hot property, and he has slowly but surely been chipping his way into the hearts and minds of fans. And this match is going to help him along that way, especially if he can defeat the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, a legit legend in his own time.
Jinder Mahal sporting a streamlined appearance this evening. For this appearance against the $1 Million Man, wrestling under the lights in Japan, you've got to imagine it's got to be really exciting for the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal.
DiBiase's got the experience, and he's got Jody Vorik in his corner, so anything can happen. But I'm favoring Jinder Mahal, who's really impressed me. Especially his match with Don Morocco was really great. That was months ago, but it was really good.
His opponent, accompanied by Memphis Millionaire's Jody Dvorak, from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing 234 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. There's nothing. There's nobody that I can't buy. There's three things you never do. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit in the wind. And you don't write checks that you can't back up. And when you climb in the ring with the $1 Million Man, I stand real tall when I'm standing on my wallet. When you climb in the ring with me, you just can't back that up. So remember, you will be fine.
You know I'd give real money if he'd shut up.
More bluster from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, accompanied as he is by the Memphis Millionaires, the Whip Kitten Jody Vorak, currently at the center of some controversy herself.
She sure is. Karma came knocking for Jody Vorak because Brandy Knox wants a piece of the Memphis Millionaires, and that's happening right after this match.
How about this Jinder Mahal and the $1 Million Man? Wow. Here we go. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. The men come center ring. DiBiase with a hard right spins Jinder Mahal around. Has him all the way up, knee breaker from the $1 Million Man. Ted DiBiase nails him with that fist drop. But DiBiase does so well a kick that takes Jinder Mahal right back down to the canvas again. DiBiase, another right that spins Jinder Mahal around again. Has him all the way up, back body drop. The $1 Million Man executing beautifully here. Takes himself all the way up to the top rope. Jinder Mahal on the outside. Look out below. Here it is. Elbow drop right across the chest of Jinder Mahal. And to Ted DiBiase engaging in some trash talking here. A chop. A second. Jinder Mahal blocks it. A slap across the face of the $1 Million Man. And he's rolled back inside the ring by the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. DiBiase swings and misses with the clothesline. DiBiase elbows to the midsection of Jinder Mahal, locks him up. Mahal countering with elbows of his own, backs off the $1 Million Man, locks him up. Ted DiBiase being escorted to the far corner head first. Mahal whips him out middle rope, knee right across the back from the middle rope. Jinder Mahal covers one, but just a one. Ted DiBiase raising the right shoulder. Jinder Mahal locks him up immediately, whips DiBiase to the ropes, has him up, whoa, slams him down. Just let gravity do the work. Jinder Mahal firmly in control of the $1 Million Man here as momentum shifts his way. And DiBiase losing control of things here. Jinder Mahal stomping the hands and fingers of the $1 Million Man. Mahal gathers him up again. Has him up, cradle position. Up over the shoulder we go, and hung up over the top rope goes Ted DiBiase. Jody Vorak looking on with some degree of concern as Jinder Mahal begins to pull away here, again stomping the hands and fingers of Ted DiBiase. Jinder Mahal going for the inverted Russian leg sweep, wound up getting taken down himself. Ted DiBiase quick with the counter on that one. Stomps the shoulder of Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal now losing control and momentum here as the $1 Million Man starts to pull away yet again. Look at this. Jody Vorak going onto the ring, producing a kendo stick. Completely illegal. And a disqualification if the referee catches anyone using it. Oh, the $1 Million Man taking full advantage of Jinder Mahal on the outside. The referee urging him to get back inside the ring, but nothing doing. He is having too good a time at the expense of Jinder Mahal. Another stomp to the shoulder of the modern-day Maharaja. That kendo stick temptingly within reach of the $1 Million Man, but he isn't using it. Locks up Mahal, rolls him back inside the ring. Steps on past Jody Vorak, taunting Jinder Mahal at ringside. Clothesline over the top rope and back out onto the ground goes Ted DiBiase. The $1 Million Man coming back in, and he don't look happy. Locks up Jinder Mahal. Escorts him to the far corner, head first into the buckle. Ted DiBiase with a punch and a series of knees to the midsection, and he biting the head of Jinder Mahal, perhaps trying to draw blood. A stomp to the lower abdomen from the $1 Million Man. Looking supremely confident and in control of Jinder Mahal at this particular juncture. Mahal struggling to get to his feet. DiBiase misses with the running kick. Jinder Mahal with a series of chops. And whoa, what a suplex from the modern-day Maharaja, who's beginning to bounce back here again. Clothesline from Ted DiBiase. Now gouging the odds of Jinder Mahal. DiBiase, an elbow across the chest. The $1 Million Man not above a degree of cruelty here. A jawbreaker from Jinder. Look at Jody Vorak grabbing the leg of Jinder Mahal. Ted DiBiase taking full advantage. A headlock punch that takes down Jinder Mahal. Jody Vorak involving herself in this matchup and perhaps costing Jinder Mahal this match. The $1 Million Man back inside. Jinder Mahal likewise. Mahal whipped to the ropes. Power slam center ring from the $1 Million Man. Good DiBiase. Another fist drop right to the head of Jinder Mahal. And a cocky display from Ted DiBiase as he makes his way up to the top rope here. Jinder Mahal laying motionless center ring. Here we go. Mahal slowly making his way back up to his feet. Oh my, flying elbow. Nails Jinder Mahal. Much to the delight of Jody Vorak standing ringside. The $1 Million Man rounds him up again. Whips Mahal to the far corner. And Ted DiBiase turns him over. Drives his head into the turnbuckle. Drives a boot into the midsection. And into a blatant choke on Jinder Mahal. He outdid Ted DiBiase breaking the choke before the count of 5. Kick to the leg from Jinder Mahal. Mahal whips DiBiase to the ropes, puts on the brace, but catches a neckbreaker from Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal starts raining right hands on the head of the $1 Million Man. And again, momentum has shifted in this match. A spectacular matchup between these two talents. Jinder Mahal deciding he's going to fight dirty too. Disengaging the turnbuckle, exposing the steel, makes his way outside towards Ted DiBiase. DiBiase with a couple of hard shots. Jinder Mahal counters with a couple of kicks. Mahal locks up Ted DiBiase, takes him down face first. And now into a camel clutch on the outside with the referee counting. Mahal releases the hold. And the modern-day Maharaja giving back a little bit of DiBiase, but he's taken a stomp to the arm of the $1 Million Man. I'm surprised Jody Vorak isn't directly involved here. A kick to the chest from Jinder Mahal. Ted DiBiase rounded up again. The modern-day Maharaja pitching him towards the barricades. Wow. And what a distance he traveled. Another kick to the chest. The referee continuing to count here. Mahal makes his way back inside the ring. Ted DiBiase counting the ring lights and seeing the stars. As the referee continues to count the $1 Million Man, this could end in a countout. DiBiase slowly making his way back to his feet. Jinder Mahal displaying quite a bit of fatigue himself, but still showing off for the fans. The $1 Million Man makes his way back inside, beats the count. Escorts Jinder Mahal to the far corner. Hit first into the buckle goes Mahal. Mahal counters with an elbow. Comes back out. DiBiase counters with a right. Ted DiBiase once again. Jinder Mahal pitched up against the ropes. And now Ted DiBiase yanking the arm against that rope as referee Walt Rothburn works on that turnbuckle. Spinning neckbreaker from the $1 Million Man. And into a choke as all this is going on. Wow. What a match so far. The $1 Million Man urging Jinder Mahal to get back to his feet. And decides he's not going to wait anymore. Goes right after Jinder Mahal. Rounds him up. Collar and elbow. He's setting him up. There's the pile driver. Jinder Mahal catching the whole of that pile driver. DiBiase making his way up to the top rope. Jinder Mahal stunned from the pile driver and beautiful crossbody from the $1 Million Man. Covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and it is all over. The $1 Million Man defeats Jinder Mahal by pinfall.
The time was 9 minutes and 2 seconds, and your winner by pin, Ted DiBiase.
The $1 Million Man producing a sheaf of bills from you-know-where, and that is most unpleasant. And he is about to humiliate Jinder Mahal on top of getting a victory over the modern... Oh, good God, that is disgusting.
You know what I hate about this guy? He's always running around with that stupid $1 Million Championship. Never defends it. Never. Because the last time he lost it, he nearly lost his mind.
And we will be right back with more when we continue. Alright fans, we're closing out the first hour with Karma come knocking on the door of Jody Vorak, the Memphis Millionaires, as former friend and Belt Council helpmate Brandy Knox comes knocking on the door looking for a little bit of revenge.
The next ladies match, 1-4, with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, obnoxious Brandy Knox.
You know, Jody, I thought you might try to help us keep the council alive. But no, you took your $1 million and your briefcase and forgot all about us. Me, Virginia, and Candy. No call, no text, no show. That's how you roll now, Jody. With Ted DiBiase doing your scheming for you, yeah, I bet you crapped yourself when you saw my name in the match contract. Consider this my FU to you. You're just Jody the traitor now.
Very harsh, if not unjustified words from obnoxious Brandy Knox, former leader of the Belt Council, who resents the absence of Jody Vorak in her life now that she's a Memphis Millionaires.
Well, can you really blame her? I mean, that's just messed up. You know, you're friends, and then all of a sudden she hits $1 million and now nobody hears from her no more, and well, can't really blame Brandy.
Her opponent from Fontana, California, Memphis Millionaires, with Kitten Jody Dvorak.
Well, after only 3 months of having it, Jody Vorak prepared to cash in that Memphis Millionaire contract in the briefcase for a Hell in a Cell match with Liberty Belt Danielle Heathcote. The question being, will the match committee vote in favor of such a match, being at the center of such controversy, a match of such a brutal nature that we've only had one within the last year.
Almost a year to the date. Tex over here, against Too Short Popeye Scott Bell, came back with broken ribs and 2 broken fingers. That's right. And came back right to work the next day and called Snarl too. Well, it's a wonderful thing what medicine will do for you. Remember, kids, plants, not pills. Hey, you can't say that on the air. The hell I can't. It's legal practically everywhere now. I'll tell you one thing. This match with Brandy, Jody never saw it coming.
Well, hell hath no fury, it seems, like a spurned former council member. And here we go. Tom Kanamura rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. Brandy from behind, German suplex on Jody. Jody Vorak counters with a right to the midsection of Brandy. Wrap around neckbreaker from Jody Vorak. Jody rounds up Brandy. As her up, Brandy knocks with a quick alley-oop from behind. Counters with a kick and a clothesline, taking Jody Vorak down again. A hard kick to the side of the head for Brandy from Brandy Knox. Well-executed drop kick from Jody Vorak. Brandy steps out, steps back in for a reset. Jody Vorak right there waiting for her. Inverted DDT. Slamming the back of the head of Brandy Knox down to the canvas. Jody Vorak rounds her. Disrespectful slap right across the face on knee to the midsection. And look at this. Nicely executed Hurricane Rana from the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Vorak. Jody rounding up her former Bell Council friend there, tussling. Brandy shoves Jody away. Jody being escorted to the ropes by Brandy. Brandy Knox rounds her up, hangs up Jody Vorak over the top rope, and that one hurt. Jody steps out again for another reset. Slides her way back inside the ring, slides her way back outside. And now these two are going to go to work on each other as the referee begins the count. Jody Vorak countered by Brandy. Jody counters Brandy. Brandy counters Jody. And look at this, another wrap. Oh, attempted wraparound neckbreaker didn't work out. Brandy knocks a step too fast. Slams Jody Vorak down on the ground. And there are no mats out there tonight. Jody Vorak driving Brandy Knox into the ring steps. I can't believe these two former friends, former comrades in arms, former partners in crime, going at it hammer and tong. Jody Vorak shoving Brandy Knox towards the barricades. Makes her way back inside the ring. Referee continuing to count. Brandy Knox. Jody steps out. Referee Tom Kanamura re-engages the count, but Jody rolled back inside the ring. Brandy Knox in hot pursuit. Here she comes. Oh, hard soccer kick to the midsection for Jody. Brandy countered by Jody Vorak. Jody, whoa. Flying shoulder. And a beautiful count. Look at this one. Oh, wow. Nicely executed flip. Brandy taken down as Jody covers and hooks a leg. One. And only a one. Brandy Knox quickly back to her feet. Jody Vorak don't see it coming. Jody with a hard shot to the midsection. A kick from Brandy. Brandy swiftly take down Jody Vorak. Jody back on her feet. And look at this right here. Wow. What a tilt-a-whirl from Jody Vorak. Hard stomp to the back. Brandy Knox in trouble here. Sleeper hold from Jody. But the ropes right there. The referee ordering the break. Jody rounds up Brandy. Arm drag from Brandy Knox. The obnoxious one moves in for a bear hug. Countered by Jody Vorak. Misses with the dropkick. Jody counters with a shot to the midsection of Brandy Knox. And a beautiful kick that takes Brandy down again. Brandy quickly back on her feet. Counters Jody Vorak. Hard right takes Jody down. And another. Brandy Knox whipped towards the ropes, but counters, drives a knee into the head of Jody Vorak. Jody gathered up to her feet by Brandy Knox. Spine buster from Brandy. Brandy Knox currently in control of this matchup. She goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, not even a 2. A near fall as Jody uses every last bit of gas in the tank to power out. Kick to the midsection from Brandy. She's setting it up. Whoa! Pedigree. Cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And you can count to 1,000. It's all over. Brandy Knox winning by pinfall over Jody Vorak.
The time was 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And your winner by pin, obnoxious Brandy Knox.
Well, I'll tell you what. Jody may get her Hell in a Cell match with Danielle, but she sure got her comeuppance from Brandy Knox. How about this? Whatever happens to her now from now on, she deserves. And that will conclude the first hour of tonight's RWL Japan 5-Star Collaborative Tour, card number 8. We will return
with hour number 2 right after the break.